The State of the Fleet. This is my 1972 satellite Sebring, kind of a Roadrunner clone. All my leftover Roadrunner GTX parts went on this car. It's kind of a fun driver. Just kind of waiting on paint. It's on the back burner. It's probably going to take some time. It's waited some time. I've been working on mechanicals basically. I think it may get an engine swap before it gets painted. Running a Sniper 1 on this. I've had zero trouble with it. Followed the instructions installing it and fired right up, and haven't had any issues with it whatsoever so far, knock on wood. Another upgrade that was done here not too long ago is Dakota Digital Dash. It's kind of a neat thing. With their interface box, I can pull all my sniper data up on that display. I gotta open the door and get it light up a little bit. It's kind of cool. Electrical, that's 130 amp tough stuff. Chrysler reproduction. Charging path's been upgraded on this car. There was an original Rally Dash in this one with an ammeter, but Dakota Digital doesn't support that, so it's been bypassed. But the charging system is pretty much stock. If you've been following my videos, you may ask why there's a fuse holder connected to that battery stud. Thought we weren't supposed to be putting loads there. Well, it's not loads. That's the battery maintainer lead. I like those Optimas, but if you don't run a maintainer on them, they don't tend to last very long. These particular ones have lasted some time, but I keep a maintainer on it. This is the 72 Roadrunner GTX that I restored several years ago. It's been about 15 years now. Paint's holding up pretty well. Original U-code car, automatic. No build sheet, no fender tags. Decided to do what I want with it, basically. Did some major rework on the suspension and steering here it's been a couple months now. Actually, I'm waiting to get it aligned. I got to run it and do some alignment on it. Changed around the upper control arms and some bushings and put a Borgenson box in it. Try to get a better feel. Haven't had a chance to drive it yet, but it works. And there's some more electrical mods over there near the booster. Some circuit breakers for the headlight upgrades. While the steering column was out, did a full resto on the cluster that I decided not to do when I restored the car. Sent the tach in the speedometer down to redline gauges, or actually redline gauge works, I guess it's called, for a remodel. They put a stepper motor tach in there. Speedometer is redone, and all the artwork on those two gauges were redone. The other gauges I went through and put the best parts I had on there. A few other little electrical changes in there while the cluster was out. Got a couple of gauges reworked. Then I dropped that Moser 60 out of that back end there and went through it. Changed out the gears. Went from a 373 initially to 354. And again, I haven't had a chance to drive it yet, but as soon as the weather gets drivable for it. Now on to the other cars in my fleet. Oops, that's it. There's an E-body out in the other garage, but that doesn't belong to me.